Hey guys, what's up? This is Jason, and I have a little tiny video for you guys about some tips that I think will help you if you're playing No Man's Sky. But the best thing, the one thing I really wanted to show was look at this helmet! Look at this thing! Oh! The weekly event, week 2, this helmet is amazing. Look at this! I am freaking Batman, you guys. Oh, I'm so impressed with this helmet. I wish they were giving us armor, like the full set, but I'll just take this helmet. Look at that thing. I mean, look at these gestures. Where's my... Ha? Oh. Oh, God, that's so great. And then mind blown. So if you haven't done the community event, I highly suggest you do it. I'll put a video or a link up top in the cards if you want to get a head start on week 2. You can't get week 1. You can still get the items, but you can't get all the Quicksilver for week 1. So you can still make a ton of Quicksilver in week 2. Don't even worry about it. Anyway, first thing I want to show you guys in my tip video, I don't know why I got my ship, I'm retarded, is you do not need all of the hyperdrives, okay guys? I know I went over this in my my Starship video, and some of these might be doubles, but there's going to be a couple that you guys don't even know about. So I would highly suggest you watch the whole thing. But with the hyperdrives, you only need the blue one. Whenever when you first start getting them, you get the red and then the green, the emerald and the cadmium. And you think you need all 3? You do not need all 3. You just need the indium, and you can go to any system ever. So that's a huge tip, guys. Don't waste your space. Use it for something else. The other thing, while we're on a space station, is that if you want to keep the price the same for an item, like if you're duping items, again, video link up top in the cards. If you're duping items and you want to sell them and keep the price the same, sell to these ships. If you sell to somebody who just flies in, they don't affect the price in a system. You can sell them 1,000,000 of the same item and it won't change the price. But if you go up to the terminals up top and you sell it to the wall terminal, it will change the price instantly. So if you want to keep the price the same, like if you're selling a duped item for 1,000,000 or 2,000,000 units and you want to keep it that way, sell it to these ships down here, okay? Big tip. Okay, now, another tip for you guys. If you're looking for the extreme survival milestone, let me go to it real fast. The extreme survival milestone is you have to sit on an extreme world. Now, it doesn't tell you explicitly about that. Like, you have to land usually, and it'll tell you. But what I've noticed is that any extreme world will have an activated element. You see how it says activated indium? That means it's an extreme world. Any planet that has activated materials is extreme. So you have to land on one of these planets and sit here if you want to get your extreme survival. So that's a tip. Before you even land on it, like watch, you'll see I'll land on it and it'll tell me it's an extreme planet. But the way to do that without having to go and land on a planet every single time to check it, just look at it, and if it has any activated materials, that is an extreme planet. Let me look. Right here. That sounds good. Right here. Let's get out. And then you see it over on the left-hand side. Icy temperatures is red. And it tells me right instantly, it's extreme conditions. But yeah, any planet that has a red weather pattern, that's extreme, and it should come up and tell you, hey, extreme conditions, you're going to die if you stay here. So that's how you know. And as far as I know, maybe I'm wrong, but you guys, let me know in the comments down below. But every 15 minutes equals 1 soul. So if you go to the extreme survival, it says I have 11.5 souls out of 12, for the next level. So I've spent 15 is 1, so that's 4 an hour. So I've spent 4, 8, 12, almost 3 hours on a planet. So that's how long it takes. It's about 15 minutes for each soul, and I think that it tops out at 36 souls, which is about 8 hours. Now the kicker is, your timer keeps going up the longer you're on the planet. The second you leave the planet, it resets back down to 0. So this measurement that you see right here, it says mine's set at 11.5. That's the most I've stayed on a planet, about 3 hours. So my meter right now is at 0, and I have to go all the way back up again. So just remember that if you're doing extreme survival, if you really want to do it, do not leave your planet. Figure it out. Like, you better be building bases and doing stuff on the planet, because the second you leave the atmosphere, like, you can get in your spaceship. Oh, sorry about that. You can get in your spaceship and you could fly. You can go around the system. It doesn't count when you're in your spaceship. Like, if you're in your starship and you're flying around a system or a planet that's extreme, it doesn't count towards that meter. You have to be outside of your ship. But it still doesn't reset it either. You have to leave the atmosphere. So as soon as you start seeing the blackness of space, the stars, that's when you're screwed. So just keep that in mind. All right, guys. Now for the last one, let's get a good look at my helmet real fast. I'm so impressed with this helmet. It's amazing. Okay, for the last tip, I'm going to show you guys how to get the most out of a deposit. So if you go to your terrain manipulator, you could select the size you want. So if you press left on the D-pad, it gets smaller. You see how the circle got smaller? If you press right, it gets bigger. Now, there is a benefit to doing that. The smallest one will give you the most resources. So that's what you want to do. Anytime you're getting a resource, use the smallest one. Hit left on the D-pad to go as small as you can. Because look at this, it's not destroying very much, but I keep getting tons and tons and tons of resources. So, I mean, I've gotten almost 2,000 resources out of a single deposit just because I have gone to a smaller size on my terrain manipulator. So that is a huge, huge thing, you guys. This is how you get the most out of your resources that you find. So, I mean, look at this. I'm barely scratching the surface on this thing, and I already have 150 almost. I mean, 140, 145 deposits. I mean, look at this thing. I could do this forever. So definitely, you guys, if you want to get as many resources as you can out of a deposit, small. Think small, all right? So hopefully you guys liked the episode. If you did, well, come on. Put it down. If you did, hit that like button for me. Here we go. And if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. I upload episodes all the time, and I have tons of tips for No Man's Sky. So I will see you guys next time.